TaylorMade M4, shall we? I've got dry ball data. We're going to test on the course. Doesn't get more real than this. Let's do the review, or one of. There's going to be more of the other driver as well. Let's see what TaylorMade didn't want me to test. Just to put this out there, this review is my opinion. I'm going to share with you my opinion of this club. It's a lovely day. Let's get stuck in. I don't know if I've moved that too far to the right, but not a bad hit to kick us off. So we've got to start really with the twist face idea on this club. It's game-changing technology. It's definitely new. We've not seen it before, or certainly not branded this way. To explain it, and we're going to test the game-changingness of this technology, I'm just going to take you back home. When you start talking roll and bulge, and I've done videos on roll and bulge, it doesn't always like everyone's lemon. Let's show you what I mean and how roll and bulge works, and then how this take on twist face might help you hit more fairways. We're going to go that way. So let's think about roll and bulge. So on a driver face, it curves this way, and it also curves this way. If you compare that to an iron face, not the cleanest iron face, they're flat. Biggest difference between driver and iron is the center of gravity in an iron is up, basically very close, if not on the face, where drivers, it's pulled back. Now if you pull the center of gravity off the face, what you're going to get is you're going to get twist when you hit the ball away from lining up from the center of gravity. So if I was to hit with the toe, the club's going to twist this way, the ball's going to turn this way on the face, which will give it a little bit of draw spin. So the idea of roll and bulge is they point this part of the face a bit further right than the center, so that compensates for that curvature. It starts the ball down the right to allow it to gear back to the middle. What twist face is saying is they've curved that face half a degree more back and up in the toe, and down and back in the heel. So in the top part of the club here, it's curving more to the right and also up to the sky, because gearing effect works on both axes. So if I hit one out the top of the club will twist this way, launches the ball higher but with less spin. So what happens is they're adding more loft to launch it more in the air, because the less spin in theory is going to drag it out of the air quicker. So by launching it higher, again compensating for that miss hit. Gear effect has been in clubs for years. It's your friend, it helps you. TaylorMade are playing with the idea of gear effect to try and get you hitting more and more fairways. They're playing with it very small amounts, but over time, if any of that's going to help you hit more fairways, that's only a good thing, and not something you would give up. Let's see how much I think it helps when we get out there testing. So hopefully that makes you understand how roll and bulge and now twist face is working for you to try and help you maybe hit more fairways is the idea. Decent drive here, I just moved it to the right. I was trying to hit a little fade here, I struck it in my normal position on the face, and the club's done exactly what I kind of asked of it to do, really. Let's not make a birdie with a twist face. So let's put this in perspective with the roll and bulge. Half a degree difference from that high toe to that low heel. There's a few things that worry me with this. First point, knowing the tolerances these manufacturers can build to and can't build to in mass production. If we're narrowing it down to half a degree, I don't know any student, apart from the very elite that I work with, where we're talking down to 1 and 2 degrees, never really halves. certainly in delivery. And you can see that when it looks down by the ball, because it looks good down by the ball. You don't see a twist. Grey top reminds me of SLDR with the carbon back. It looks good, and the face doesn't look distorted. It looks nice with the black face. Yeah, it's as TaylorMade you'd expect from them. It's a really good looking driver. And we'll look at the indoor data in a second. Obviously we're going to see my misses on the course here, but game changing half a degree. It's a bold, bold statement, and we all know they're not afraid of them. It makes a really good noise off the face, and again I've hit that where I want to. I'm sure it's making the carry there today. I think that's more into the wind than I gave it credit for. We're now seeing hammerhead in the slot on the bottom, so you've got the two joining ridges. I think it's firm around the outside. They're telling us it's allowing them to make thinner faces. It's friendlier at the bottom. Everything that hammerhead is all about is trying to increase the ball speeds on the off-centre hits. Don't get mixed up with thinking there's going to be more distance at centre hits, but certainly on those off-centre, it's one of those things every company can do because they can't do anything with the centre hits. Again, go and test anything there to help is only a good thing. I'm not sure I see it or feel it, but you'd have to test for a season. It's such small differences. I'm happy for them to help wherever they can. Right, let's take a look at the indoor data. Show you what my dry testing had to offer. TaylorMade M4 Driver averaging 254 yards in carry, that's my carry distance, topping out at 261, bottoming down at 233. If we look at the 233, this is an interesting one. I catch it high toe, and then we also see the miss here, which is the blue line, very, very left. So again, I wasn't really seeing a massive influence of that twist face in the toey shots. You can see all my strikes are centered a slightly toey. If we look at the other one that went most left, number 8 here, that's a centered hit, face zero, path, basically a little bit of toe, still going quite a long way left for me there. And then if you look at this one, I'm carrying it 250 yards. If we look at the strike, you can see again it's high toe, and then this one going relatively at target. But the interesting thing with this one is my path gets slightly out to in on this one with a face half a degree open to that path. So face the path slightly open to an out to in path with a slight toe. That's balancing itself out arguably more than any of the twist face ideas that you're seeing. So not really seeing evidence pretty much of the twist face. I've got one. I'm just going to take shot 5 away because obviously we've missed face data on this one. You can see my club path is averaging at pretty zero, face the path averaging at pretty zero, one closed almost to a slightly half a degree left, angle of attack 4 up. You know, my delivery numbers are kind of there or thereabouts. Strike is the thing that's deviating quite a lot on those deliveries. 2 very high toe ones, third one in there, slightly high toe, rest quite centered. And my miss, pretty straight to going slightly left. I mean, I personally are not, I think the numbers are really good. I think the spin numbers down at 2.3, lowest spin down at 1.9, high spin at 2.7, again showing my strike variation. I think the peak height is good. I think the carry distance is good for where I was feeling on that day. The speed I have, it's averaging 2.53, but I reckon I could test it on another day and I'd get up to the 2.62. My, you know, my high hit, I'm getting 2.58s, 2.56, 2.59s, 2.61s, 2.60. It's pretty much in the slot where I'd expect. And that's, to be honest with you, I wouldn't expect anything less from a TaylorMade driver. Their drivers for I don't know how long now have performed so well on their launch data. It's just the twist face ideas. I hit 10 there, I could hit 20. I just wasn't seeing it in the indoor test, really. You see the indoor numbers are good, aren't they? And that's the thing with TaylorMade, and it's been consistent over all the last few drivers, is that you just don't see a difference in the numbers. But that's a good thing because they're always producing pretty damn good on the money numbers. And at the end of the day, that's what you want, isn't it? You want the driver doing what it's meant to do. And they're always on the top side of numbers. Like, it's always getting close to my 262 and they're subject to how my body's performing. That was a little fat. know you're watching. Chipping practice continuous. Yes, please. We got geoacoustic in this as well, which we saw from the prior model, helping with sound. Also, they're saving weight everywhere, using carbon in places to try and get it obviously lower and further back for that kind of stability. We also get this little ridge up here. I'm not sure if that is there for aerodynamics. I kind of did some research, but I got bored because I know it won't make any difference to me, and I'm sure it won't make any difference to you, and that's relevant really to all the manufacturers that tend to do this. But again, you know, you go and test it. If it's helping you, brilliant. Why would you ever give it up? You got the colourway as well. It's very BMW-esque. I actually quite like the look of it. A few people online saying it looks kind of a bit old-fashioned, almost 80s styling. Maybe even a little bit Thor Ragnarok styling for those Marvel fans out there. I'll be honest with you, I think it looks really good. I think it's, I mean, they just always generally make very good looking drivers. Right, into the wind. This hole's going to be playing tough. I'll hit that as good as I can hit that. So it'll be interesting to see where that ends up. In reference to geoacoustic, whatever it's doing, I do really like the sound of this driver. It sounds good off the face. I love the way it sits down by the ball. I'd say I'm a bit of a fan of the colourway. I was alive in the 80s. It was a special time. Quite interesting. I had to do it 2 drives because I had to capture the slow-mo that you might see in this video because I'm filming on my own. Look how close they are together. Bit of a testament. I mean, I felt like I hit them the same. Consistent performing club, really. Yeah, like a low rinky dink. It's about 180 out, but again, a bit of wind up there.
This is a Ryan Little production.
Oh, it lands better than that. Either one. Ah! Yup! So, nice, decent approach. So as you can see, I'm making pars. I'm hitting the ball how you see me hit the ball a lot. Went for that. Oh, custom shop. It's not a video if I don't shout custom shop. TaylorMade M4, could I game it? Absolutely. Does it perform similar to the other ones? Absolutely. Does it feel nice off the face? Yes. Is it a good driver? Yeah, and it's not certainly not a bad one. I think where we often get unstuck is if you use words like game changing, and when you boil it down it's half a degree. I'm not seeing any effect of that twist face at all. You could argue it's not a big enough data capture, which I would get. You might see it over a year, but I think if you're going for that big a data capture, you still won't really see it because it's such incremental amounts. Can they build to that tolerance? Ask them. I don't know. They won't let me know. You ask them. I'd like you to go and try it. Post comments down below. Let me know what you think of it. Is it a club you could game or not? Is it a game changer? Post comments down below as always. Do you like the look of it or not? Let me know. I do quite like the look of that, you know. It's a good club, performs well, numbers are solid like they have been from TaylorMade for the last, lots of years now with their releases. What do you think? Go and test it. Let me know. I'd love to hear. Just to put this out there, this review is my opinion. I'm going to share with you my opinion of this club.